Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Today I'm talking about the second half of my week number 49. And week number 49 was very bad for me. I've always done things that I don't feel like doing. I've pushed myself to do things, but I feel like in this week I hit a new low of levels of not wanting to do something. Like my dopamine, obviously I didn't really measure it. I don't even know how you can measure it, even if you can, but it was like another level of not wanting to do things. I might even say a brief episode of depression, but I don't want to be dramatic, guys. Okay, but yeah, I really just wanted to just lay in bed. But then I also had the voice. I always have the voice. I do something, you lazy cunt. You need to get places in life. You're not gonna fucking move. And then I was well aware of the reason why you feel shit right now is probably because you haven't done shit. So if you do shit, you'll stop feeling shit. And with that in mind, I tried to push forward and do as much as possible. I barely just kept on top of the PT updates. Made sure all of my clients had a workout to do. Jiu-jitsu, I think I trained once, and that session was actually really good. I did quite well, but it was just so hard to get out of the door for any of it. Yeah. So yeah, with that disclaimer ahead, it's been a pretty pathetic week, and I'll talk about it. I'll try and summarize it quite quickly. So every morning I've been taking creatine. My waking up has been so sporadic. It's been all over the place. Um, So yeah, Thursday was a bit of a shit one. My work has this thing called standby, which is the gayest principle in the world, where um, you have time on a rota where they might need you in and they might not. So basically, don't make any plans, and we might not even need you anyway. So we're going to reserve this bit of your time for nothing. I feel like it's a power play in like at face value, it makes sense. Like they're reserving people in case they need them. But you're never going to be able to predict the amount of walk ins you get. So all that you have to predict how many people you're going to have come into the restaurant is your bookings. And people don't really book the day of. So I don't understand why they can't tell me the night before, okay, mate, we need you tomorrow, or we don't need you tomorrow because of this amount of bookings. The amount of walk-ins that come is always going to be random. That doesn't change. And it's highly unlikely that, yeah, you might get somebody book for like a 2 3 hours in advance. What's really the point? You might get that, but you're not going to get more than two. So I don't get why they can't fucking tell me the night before, and it's so annoying. So I woke up extra early on Thursday, and I actually did wake up because my waking up has been terrible, but I actually did wake up on that Thursday. I texted the group chat at work, say, guys, do you need me in? And they just texted me at just the fucking worst time, literally like 10 minutes after I'd already missed the train to go to training, that they didn't need me. So that was super gay. Played some Valorant instead. I've been doing a little bit more Valorant recently. Did a little bit, I said light research here. I don't know what that means, light research. Got Anytime Fitness membership. Not to incriminate myself here, but I've been using my friend's membership recently, because the way Anytime Fitness works is you get this little purple fob, and you just scan the door and you walk in. It's not like a card that is connected to a face picture like some gyms. So, literally the fob, I can just give it to anyone, and they can walk in and smile at the person at the desk, hello, and then walk in. So I've used my mate's membership for a while, but my mate has an even worse sleep schedule than me. So sometimes if I wanted to go in and he isn't awake to give me the fob, then I can't go. So I decided to finally buy my own. But now I had a problem. Like, how am I going to go into up to my home place, my home gym, and say, hey, I want to be a new member? Um, and they're like, dude, we've seen you around here for months. You're not a new member. How have you been getting in? So I decided there's another Anytime Fitness, about a 30-minute bike ride. So I rode to another town and got a membership there, and then came back to my hometown. And obviously, the fob works all over the world, which is kind of cool. So used that one, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. Now I have a membership, but I didn't get the fob actually on that day, so I got that later on in the next week. So I won't talk about that now. I bought James Smith's short content course, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's not really. He's not like telling that many secrets. They kind of. He already tells this online for free, so I don't really know what the point of the course is, but I guess the Discord is pretty useful. So I will use that in the future. Got hit up from one of my old colleagues. He wanted to play a bit of Helldivers. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Played with him for a bit. Turns out he's a fucking liberal. I'm not overly surprised at that, but it's just a bit of a shame to hear that. He was like, so what do you think about America recently? And I'm like, I think they're saved, mate. And he's like, what do you mean? So basically, he wanted Kamala Harris to win, and I like him as a person, but it doesn't surprise me that he was a Kamala Harris supporter. He's just a bit of a pussy, but he's a lovely guy. But I don't want to tell any stories about him because they just come across as mean. Because I do actually think he's cool, and I took him under my wing a little bit. I was showing him the ropes of the gym and everything. Maybe I would have turned him into a Trump supporter if I had enough time with him. But yeah, he's a bit of a wuss, but he's got a heart of gold. I'm sure you could say that about most liberals, really. We kind of just get the wrong message from them. But I'm sure most of them are well-meaning. They're just ill-informed, or maybe some of them are actually mentally ill. Well, some of them are definitely mentally ill. Not to say that there's zero mentally ill Trump supporters or conservatives, but I think there's definitely more mentally ill leftists. Anyway, after that, I decided to go for a run. I haven't done a 5k in a long time. I'm the heaviest I've kind of ever been at the moment, so I went for a run, and I don't even look it right now. I've lost a lot, at least in the mirror. Pardon me. In the mirror, I feel like I've lost a lot of size, but my weight is still pretty high. But I did a 5k. I told myself I didn't want to get below 21 minutes. I got 22 minutes, which wasn't great. The run actually felt good though, surprisingly, but the time was not fantastic. Did the run, came home. I think I played a little bit of games with my mate. Went to bed. Woke up at fucking 12. Was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I could have gone to training on the Friday morning, but overslept like a cunt. I think I went to bed at like 3 o'clock. My sleep's been so bad. Had porridge, Nutella, woke up, Valorant, did some work on my computer at home, PT updates, all that shit. Went to work at 5 o'clock. I don't think there was anything really mentionable in the shift, but it's been going a little bit better. Obviously, work last week was horrific. I got sent home. I did really bad. I got told off, but Friday was a little bit better. Happy to say. Saturday, woke up. Oh, that was a funny one. Woke up at 8, and I was like, oh shit. I had to literally get straight out the door, be it my client's house is like basically a 40-minute bike ride away. So I messaged him like, sorry, I'm gonna be 10 minutes late. I'm on my way now. Luckily, he called me. He's like, mate, let's just not do it today. I'm fucking sick and the weather's shit. And it was. The weather was like, I think we actually had a storm. I think it was called Storm Dara. And yeah, I think someone's actually died from that storm. I was gonna go out on my bicycle. I was gonna get fucking hammered by the fucking storm. But yeah, we're all right now. It didn't go. I was very glad that he said that. I went back to bed, and yeah, fuck that. Woke up again at. Oh, and I think I couldn't actually go to sleep, which is so weird. I woke up and I was immediately stressed because I thought I was going to be late, and I was like, oh, I can't eat breakfast. It's going to be shit weather, but I was ready to go. And then even after the relief of being cancelled, I was like, oh, like my body's actually hyped up now. I actually can't sleep. I wonder if there's a way that I can sort of replicate that. Had some porridge and Nutella at 10 o'clock, so I literally laid in bed for like an hour awake, which is annoying. Played some Valorant, got smacked up, got ready for work. Got to work at around 1. Um, Finished at around 6, stayed for a bit, had a coffee. Got some M&Ms on the way home. I think I had some like weird like mushroom soup. It was really weird, but it's actually alright. Had some mushroom soup at work. And then I made it my mission to eliminate all distractions when I got home from my Saturday work. I wanted to use the evening to get rid of all distractions so I can work properly. I found some apps. I asked ChatGPT. I actually started paying for ChatGPT full version, which is so far it's been kind of valuable. I'd say actually it's pretty good, not surprisingly. Um, and I haven't even explored all of the possibilities yet. So yeah, that's exciting. So yeah, I looked for some apps. Even though I said free apps, didn't really pick up on that. There was lots of paid versions, or you get the first like few days for free, and then you have to pay like fucking £10 a month. I'm not doing that. Um, yeah, so a lot of these apps are like Apple has their own like screen time app, but within 2 clicks you can bypass it. And sometimes I literally do it without even realizing. I allow myself another 15 minutes or something. I want an app that like locks you off, and I found one. I actually can't remember what it's called because I deleted it because it asked for money. But the free trial was pretty great. I literally couldn't get into the apps, and I realized that I set it up wrong, and I got it completely the wrong way around. The apps that I wanted access to during all hours of the day, I accidentally put as the restricted hours, and then the apps that I didn't want access to, I had access to for all day. So when I tried to undo the mistake, it literally wouldn't let me. So I had to delete the app. Oh, it was pretty funny actually, but and it wouldn't even let me delete the app. I had to wait for like the fucking time to run out. It wouldn't let me delete the app. It was some it got, oh my god. I had to wait for the timer to expire then delete it. That was quite funny. So that app was good, but unfortunately it wanted money. I just decided, you know, why not just delete all the apps and then reinstall them in a certain amount of hours? That it sort of helps with that kind of goes along directly alongside Atomic Habits, the book, making any of your bad habits hard to access. So if you delete and log out of Instagram and Hinge and all that shit, if you want to check it, you can, but it's going to take you like 3 minutes to download the app and log in and everything. So that helps, I think. That's good. So that's what I've been doing instead. I napped on the floor for like an hour at like 8 o'clock, which was weird. Um, had a spag bowl when I woke up. Chatted to my dad and his girlfriend. That was actually quite a funny convo about girls and all that. It's weird that I have conversations like that with my dad and his girlfriend, but hey, I think it's funny. Then probably played some games that night and went to bed at like fucking what? That must be wrong. That must be wrong. Said I went to bed at 5, but I think I would remember if I went to bed that late. Um, woke up at 8. Yeah, I woke up at 8 on the dot, and then realised I didn't have time to eat and go training, so I went back to bed, and I do regret that. I've had that a lot recently. I wake up a little bit too late just to make sure I have a proper morning before going to training, and I just go back to bed. I just in the moment, like the excuse seems rational to me, but then I hate myself when I wake up again. Um, yeah, it's not good. I always go, oh well, I won't be able to eat properly, and then I'll go to training and it'll be shit. I won't get enough sleep, so I'll miss out on muscle growth. That's what I always think when I'm in the moment, and I get when I'm in the moment of making the decision. I always convince myself not to go, but I hate myself for it afterwards. Um, yeah, I regret that very much. I'm losing so much money on this gym membership, the jiu-jitsu gym. I haven't been in like 2 weeks almost. It's been fucking terrible. Had some pancakes, gamed a little bit, went to work at 5 o'clock until closing. There is this one, she's so pretty, this one girl there. She's so gorgeous. But I don't really fancy going down that route again. My goodness. Yeah, the one there on the Sunday I saw her. She's really sweet. She's so sweet. Oh my god. Anyway, that was it really. That was the week. It's a pretty short video. I got lots to be doing recently, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna try and make short videos in the future. I got my December goals. I already read those out, so I'm not gonna do it again. But I've made about zero progress on any of those bullet points, so not great. We'll be working ahead, trying to make better use of my time and be more time efficient. It's an endless uphill battle, but we will not stop. Thank you, my friends. Have a wonderful week.